It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Cards and the Dirty Birds, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. This one fielded at the 5. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
You have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, and not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action. Now it's Murray. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
A first down throw for Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Play fake, Mariota. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was a fight that he's going to have of a game, but ideally you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete, and he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down, Mariota. Oh, a heck of a move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Holding. Offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Mariota now. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, How about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Edwards, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut the lead back down to 2. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. That time, a 9-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. We talk about being on schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A touchdown run there from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. They'll look Back to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
To kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota into the hands of Bird over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Here's Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
I don't want to be a jinx partner. Put the Rammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Mariota to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 55 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Coup now for the point after. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you try to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the 29, Mariota, his throw incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
For the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Murray will keep it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That second down play nets a -4. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. This pass is caught by London. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Mariota on 1st down. Throws right back to London, complete again. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And that's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job. And I think this might come under the heading of if someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to him.
The defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding him.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On the move to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated, I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mariota. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run with Patterson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. Making his presence felt early in this one. 1st half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Murray now. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons' offense.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. 1st down, Mariota.
That's brought in downfield by London.
Touchdown!
Drake London
on his way to a historic performance of 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far.
This is 3rd and 4. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Murray a give. This is Connor. It was Rashaan Evans there to put a nice hit on it. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, an 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Falcons 35.
Gotta be patient.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got his man, it's London. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are back within a score. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On second down, Conner looking for space. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Second to his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Murray. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down. Murray going to throw. Rolling to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A short game there, but that's okay for the offense. They've got a lot of pressure at it, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than he was looking for a moment.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him a couple on the scramble at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Second down and goal. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to lead the offense out and go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Mariota's throw taken in by London. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Mariota. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just take the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 75 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. He thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. yards on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now Murray out to his left. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 21. Throwing is Mariota. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. And this will be caught by Edwards. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Into the hands of London. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now with that clock rolling. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mariota again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Mariota.
This pass is caught by London.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First down, Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Touchdown, Falcons! Demir Bird, 29 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Coup now for the point after. And the lead cut down to 9. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And this has been an absolute clinic in how to run the football. Over 200 yards on the ground just in the first 2 quarters alone. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear. as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Mariota's throw taken in by Edwards. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, a run. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now back onto the field comes the Cardinal offense, and they're going to try for 2. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Pass incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown! Drake London, 64 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Coup for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On 1st and 10 is counter. 98 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Right back to Connor here on 1st. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, very huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 48 yards. And the Falcons are back within a couple of the lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. So you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Murray. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Mariota on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Mariota to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On fourth down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, this from 48. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Running room at the 50. Look out. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons' offense.
He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Once more, they turn to Patterson.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open down.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. Touchdown. Brian Edwards. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this third quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Murray eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Arizona.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, and it winds up falling incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Offense was moving it a little bit, having back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause, forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On the draw, counter. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Buying time. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
There's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
We'll try to make it more here on this drive.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Third down, here's Patterson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Room here to run. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're putting two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They start with a give to Connor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Murray a give. This is Connor. And able to get this to the 31.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
First down, Cardinals.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Arnold Ebiketie able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Now Murray's got to have this one. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. From the 39, Mariota. This pass is caught by London. Touchdown! Drake London, 61 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off